Joining me today is Vikas Jain. We'll be answering all your technical questions. Vikas, what is your outlook on trend for the next 12 months? And, if you suggest our viewer to buy at the current price, where do you think, his stop loss should be? Because he's currently sitting on a loss.
Well, if you look at the stock, what his purchase is at 5200 and currently it's 5050, it's hardly 3% away from its purchase price. So nothing materialistically is in the loss. We believe the stock would continue to do well over the next 10 to 12 months because the stock has one of the strongest outperformers of calendar year 2024. Since then, it has witnessed some amount of corrective action from the highs of around 8500 to sub 5000 odd levels. But we believe the stock could has the potential to move higher, so he can continue to remain invested in what he is invested to. And if he wants, he can add some average at the lower part of the range. And if he wants to keep a stop loss, he can keep a stop of around 4650 from current levels, which is the recent low.
Understood. Got it. Vikas, I'd like to get your specific view on CDSL. Do you think our viewer has lost the opportunity to buy CDSL at the most attractive price, or there is still more legroom to go and take advantage of?
So no doubt about it, there is still more legroom to go up. But if he has lost the opportunity, then again waits for some amount of corrective action, because if you look at the stock has moved up from these recent lows of 1050 to 1230, 1250 odd. And if he's feeling the pinch, the FOMO of fearing of missing out, what he can do is he can buy in two parts. He can buy 50% at current levels and maybe 50% near to 1150, 1180 odd, which is a good weekly point and daily averages. On the higher side, we believe this stock to test 1450 to 1500 levels over the next 3 to 5 months. So we remain positive on the stock.
Vikas, since Srikanth especially wanted to know if this is the right juncture, although this looks like an attractive stock, but would you recommend him to wait a little longer, or is it going to only see an uptick henceforth? So should he buy at the moment itself?
You can buy at the current price also, because if you look at the day before, it has one of the strongest volumes of more than 1 crore shares being traded, and it has witnessed a strong amount of up move. So we believe this stock is one of the high beta nature, and with the way the markets in the mid caps and small caps are recovering, we believe this stock could move further. So it can move higher near to 950, 960, which is the higher band of trade and average. So we can buy at current levels.
Understood. Got it. Vikas, what would your top picks be in the auto space at the moment, and which ones would you recommend our viewer to buy?
So I would stick to Tata Motors, because if you look at the stock has announced a demerger plan which is slated in October 2025. The stock has witnessed a strong amount of corrective action and now is recouping from the lower part of the range. Plus, the demerger value would add some amount of value to the commercial vehicle part of the business and some amount of the electric part and the passenger vehicles. So Tata Motors should be a preferred play to play it in terms of the automotive part.
Got it. And any small and mid cap auto stock that you would like to recommend?
So the small and the mid cap stocks, if you look at, then As Auto, I would agree what it has come into in the auto ancillary play, which is a recent IPO. The company has done pretty well since listing, and it has shown some amount of traction. So that would be preferred pick.
Vikas, do you think Kaynes Technology is profitable enough? I mean, would it be a profitable investment if one had to buy units of this company at the moment? Because it has lost weight of close to 10% in the last 6 months. Do you think it is a discounted price at which it is trading? And because Srinivas has a very short-term view on this one, he wants to probably hold on to Kaynes Technologies for just 3 months.
So if you look at if the view is for just 3 months, I think he should wait for some amount of, because if you look at the EMS space had a sharp correction into the month of January and February, and the recovery which Change has reported is not so solid as compared to what the broader markets have witnessed through. Now it is admitting the resistance near the 200-day average trailing in through. So some minor retracement and a corrective action near to 4850, 4900 levels would be a good entry point. So if the stock corrects to 4850, 4900 odd, it would enter into at that name, and we believe then that would be the risk reward ratio would be more favorable.
Okay. Vikas, what is your view on Sequent Scientific looking like? Because, here a technical analysis does become very important, as Kamath wants a short-term view on this one. And do you have any projections as to when it could see a reversal in the way it's currently trading?
So it is showing some amount of reversal because if you look at the stock witnessed a vertical fall from the highs of around 300 odd levels, and now it has witnessed some amount of strong support area near to its 100-week average. And if you look at the overall pharma sector, the sector has gained more than 6-7% with strong amount of move coming in the large caps the past 2 weeks. So some amount of mid cap recovery could be expected into the pharma space. So sequence 7 it looks pretty promising. We believe the first potential resistance area would be near to its purchase price of 165 and 70, which should be covered over the next 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay. Vikas, what's your view on NTPC? Ram holds 122 shares of NTPC at 367.75, and it has seen a gradual uptick in the past 2-3 days. Plus, Macquarie came up with a positive note on NTPC this morning. It maintained an outperform, and it actually believes in the power demand of our country at the moment. So, do you think NTPC from that point of view could be a good bet, and to what extent do you see the price jump, say, in the next 3 to 6 months?
So we remain structurally positive on this space, and NTPC remains a preferred pick. The stock has witnessed good amount of strong breakout from its 100-day average and now attempting to test the 200-day average. So some minor pullback or reaction could come in by 3 to 4%, but we believe the stock could move higher further. So we can continue to remain invested for a target of around 410, 415 over the next 3 to 6 months. And potentially if it sustains above this level and the broader market, then the stock could move further near to 465. So remain invested.
Okay, got it. Vikas, Zenith was quite clear with his question. He wants a technical point of view on Skipper. Currently, he holds 300 shares at 474 rupees a piece. The stock is now trading around 466 and has seen a significant fall since December of 2024. Tell us your short-term view on Skipper.
So there is a minor pullback or a resistance area near to 485, 490. So over there it would take an exit into the stock because that would be seen a strong resistance area from the whole fall as summit. And the stock has witnessed some good recovery over the past few days. So we can continue to hold for a target of around 485 to 495 as mentioned. And if he wants to keep a trailing stop, he can keep a trailing stop of at around 440, which is the 50-day average.
Okay. Vikas, I'd like to get a couple of names from you that you think would be good to invest in at the current time.
So ITC Hotels remains a preferred pick in the hospitality space because if you look at the stock has just got listed, now it is traded a new 52-week high. So we believe the stock should continue to do well. Another stock which looks attractive from the hospital space is Royal Orchid Hotel because the stock the company is also adding a lot of new properties into the various parts of the India. And the stock is almost near to its 3 to 5% away from its 52-week high. So we believe the stock could continue to do well and it could move higher near to 465 to 480 odd levels.
Understood. Vikas, I'd like to know your technical analysis on this one because it hasn't seen this kind of fall in the last 1 year at least. Tell us your view on AGI Greenpack, please.
So there was some announcement with related to where the stock has witnessed a sharp correction because the company was looking out to buy some company which was being cancelled through and it has witnessed a strong corrective action. But since then, the stock has recovered sharply over the past 1.5 months from the lows of around 620, 630. So we believe the negative news has been priced in. The stock should continue to do well. So on an immediate basis, the stock could move higher near to 855 to 880 odd levels. So it would be a good resistance area. So we remain positive.
Okay, got it. Vikas, I'd like to know from you, when do you see the stock price at least reaching Praveen's buying price for RailTel Corporation? Because it has dropped pretty much since July 2024 levels. And when can we see a trend reversal? Plus, it's also trading below, technically speaking, well below its 200 DMA. So give us your view.
Well, they invested at a very peak price when the whole railways and the defense basket had witnessed a strong amount of top formation. And since then, it has been completely drawn down. But we believe the price correction has been over. As you look at the railways part and the PSU part of the segment has been doing pretty well. The defense sector has recovered sharply over the last 10 to 12 days. Even our retail has also witnessed a amount of strong bounce back from the current levels. So we believe maybe its purchase price would take some amount of time. But on the higher side, we expect the stock to move higher near to 385 to 390 levels over the next 3 to 4 months perspective. What he's been looking for.
Okay, got it. Vikas, I'd like to take your view on this one as well, especially with regards to when can we see a price correct, a change in the price, because Ravi currently holds 50 shares of Yatharth Hospital at 562 rupees a piece, and the stock is now trading around 435 levels. Plus, it has seen a steep correction since December 2024. What's your view on Yatharth?
From current levels, it looks pretty promising because if you look at the stock has witnessed a good corrective action from these lows highs of around 700 to 350, almost a 50% correction to its previous price, and now is witnessing some amount of bounce back. So we believe the stock should do pretty well. For the next 3 to 4 months, the stock first initial base target should be somewhere around 510, 520, which is the 100-day average. So that should be the first base of target. And if that has been surpassed, then we could witness some amount of slow amount of up moves. We can continue to remain invested to the name.
Okay, Vikas, he needs a short-term view on Motilal Oswal. Where do you think the stock is headed in the next couple of months?
The next couple of months looks pretty promising because if you look at the whole capital market ecosystem, shares have been doing pretty well. In fact, Motilal Oswal himself has also witnessed good amount of up move over the past few days, and it witnessed a strong amount of price action and a volume action both simultaneously. So, I believe the stock should do well on an immediate basis. If he is looking for an exit, he can exit anywhere near to 695 to 710, which is a shorter term time resistance area. So, we can continue to hold for a target of around 695 to 710 on an immediate short term frame.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much, Mahesh and Vikas, for joining us and answering all the queries of our viewers. And we will see you again. And viewers, you stay tuned to NDTV Profit. Keep writing your queries, especially call us whenever we are live with Ask Profit. And do stay tuned to the channel for more news and updates.